Archangel Michael says, a storm of silence has been building behind soft smiles and innocent glances. The one you least suspected has been studying your steps, memorizing the moments you forgot were even visible. She walks into the room like nothing's changed, but her heart is screaming truths she's not ready to release. You can feel it now, can't you? Something about her presence has shifted. She's still sweet, still smiling, but her eyes hesitate when they meet yours, as though she's keeping something just out of your reach. Archangel Michael says, her laughter is practiced now, an echo of how things used to be before she stumbled upon what was hidden. But when the doors close and she's alone, her tears become the language of betrayal and heartbreak. It's not because she wants to hurt you, it's because she can't undo what she discovered. The secret was never supposed to slip into her world. You tucked it away in a forgotten corner, convinced no one would dig that deep. But she did. Accidentally or not, and now that she knows, pretending is the only armor she has left. Blessing 333, for those surrounded by masks, may truth find its way without destruction. Every word she says now is careful, rehearsed, shielded with half-truths to avoid revealing too much. You may think nothing's changed, but her soul is already rewriting her understanding of you. And as she stares at you across the table, she's quietly weighing the cost of confronting you or walking away forever. She cries not because she hates you, but because the truth has changed the way she sees love. She cries not because she wants revenge, but because she doesn't know how to hold this truth without drowning in it. And you? You still think you're safe. She saw it, read it, heard it. However it came to her, it cracked something inside her. Now she's holding the secret like a burning coal, afraid to drop it but unable to keep clutching it without pain. Archangel Michael says, this is a war not of violence, but of silence. She is planning something not out of malice, but out of desperation. And it involves you. Blessing 122, for those who have nothing but silence between them, may healing speak when mouths cannot. She has begun to rewrite the script in her head. What she thought she knew about you no longer stands untouched. Everything good, every memory, every laugh, she's replaying it, wondering which parts were real and which were distractions. But there's one thing she hasn't told anyone. She's considering revealing the secret, maybe not to everyone, but to someone who matters. That thought alone terrifies her. It shakes her, because once it's spoken, there's no turning back. At night, she writes letters she never sends. She types messages and deletes them. Her world is changing, and you are still walking in yours like nothing has shifted. But it has. The foundation is no longer steady. She walks past mirrors wondering who she's becoming. Not the girl who trusted blindly, not the one who laughed without fear. But someone reborn from the ashes of your truth. Archangel Michael says, every person has a threshold, and hers is trembling. She is not breaking down, she is building herself up from everything that burned inside her. Blessing 471, for the ones trying to hold others' secrets in hearts not built to carry such weight, may you find release and strength. She has learned to smile in the company of strangers while keeping storms inside. What she knows isn't just a detail, it's a shift in her entire world. And now, she's becoming someone new. This transformation is quiet, dangerous, and deeply personal. She's not telling anyone, yet. But she is preparing. Her silence is louder than your certainty. You think you can explain your way out, but explanations won't work when trust has been silently bleeding. You think time will blur the lines, but her memory of the truth is sharpened by emotion. You believe you still control the narrative, but you don't. She's found her own voice in the shadows you never imagined she'd walk through. She knows more than you think. And still, she's holding it back, for now. Archangel Michael says, there is a sacred timing to revelation. She's not acting yet because she's watching how you move, how you breathe, what you say next. Blessing 663, for those who have discovered truths they never asked for, may you be guided with peace and clarity. But the day is nearing. She will not stay silent forever. The weight is unbearable, and she's beginning to lean toward exposure. She has mapped out conversations in her mind, thought of who she would tell, rehearsed every line. She's imagined your face when you realize she knows. In those visions, her voice does not shake. She no longer looks at you with innocence but with calculated understanding. You are no longer a mystery, just a man wrapped in layers that have been peeled away. She's waiting. She's measuring. And you don't even realize it. She has erased the future you once painted together. Now, she's sketching something new. You may still be in it, but only if redemption outweighs the pain. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate a heart that has loved deeply and been wounded even deeper. That kind of heart either forgives fully or forgets completely. Blessing 808, for the ones whose love was real, but who must choose whether to fight or flee, may wisdom guide you. She now notices your tone, the pauses between your words, the flicker in your eyes. She's a detective in a crime you didn't even know you committed. She may still sit beside you, but her heart sits far away. Every step she takes now is strategic. She's listening to others, asking careful questions, gathering pieces. Not to hurt, but to understand. She needs the full picture before making her move. She doesn't hate you. But she cannot unsee what she's seen. And in her eyes, love without truth is poison wrapped in velvet. Her next move could be distance, or it could be disclosure. It depends on what you do next. Right now, you still have time, but not forever. Archangel Michael says, time is sacred, and hers is running short. You must decide whether to heal what's broken or let it all fall. Blessing 229, may those holding back rivers of truth find a safe shore to pour them into. She has already stopped asking questions because she knows the answers. The silence in her presence is your greatest warning. She may not confront, but she will not forget. And you? You're being watched in ways you don't recognize. Your smallest gestures are being interpreted. Your words are weighed. You have become a subject in someone's internal courtroom. If you care, now is the time to step into the fire and speak. If you don't, then prepare for the storm. Because when she finally decides to move, it will be swift and irreversible. Archangel Michael says, there are no warnings louder than quiet tears. And her silence is shouting. Blessing 944, for those standing at the edge of truth and betrayal, may light guide your choice. She laughs because she doesn't want to cry in front of you again. But when she's alone, the dam breaks. She doesn't want revenge, she wants understanding. She gave you the benefit of the doubt. But now the doubt is winning. You're still in her life, but she's already halfway gone. There's a plan unfolding in her heart. And you may not see the signs yet, but they're there. A new chapter is being written, and your name is hanging in balance. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She has begun removing pieces of herself from your shared world. A favorite photo, a shared password, a note she used to keep in her bag, all slowly disappearing. She's doing it quietly, without alarm, but it's deliberate. She's watching how you respond to moments when her energy shifts. If you notice and ask, she reconsiders. If you ignore and deflect, she moves another inch away. It's a test you don't even know you're failing. Archangel Michael says, the closer someone is to your heart, the easier it is for them to destroy it, but also the more dangerous it is when they walk away without making a sound. Blessing 1007, may all hearts entangled in secrets receive divine clarity and shelter from emotional ruin. She's started speaking in codes with others. Not direct, not loud, but with certain people, she drops hints. She needs to know who is safe, who can help if she finally exposes what she knows. Trust doesn't come easily anymore. That's why her smiles are thinner now. Her laughter carries an edge. She's pretending, but her soul is exhausted from carrying a secret that doesn't belong to her. She was never meant to find it. You thought you hid it well. But the universe has a way of putting truth into hands that deserve it, even if it breaks them first. Archangel Michael says, truth has a frequency, and once it's discovered, it cannot be silenced for long. She is rising into her own truth, even if it costs her everything. She dreams about it, reliving the moment she stumbled upon it. Sometimes she wakes up crying. Sometimes she wakes up furious. Each night, the fire burns deeper. Blessing 1188, for every soul carrying the weight of what they weren't supposed to see, may your spirit remain unbroken. She never expected to be here, standing in a place where her heart has to choose between pain and justice. She thought this connection was sacred. Now it feels fragile, manipulated. Still, she gives you chances to come clean. Moments where she says things that give you an opening. But you don't take them. You look her in the eyes and say things that confirm the mask still fits. You underestimate how far she's come. She used to be soft, forgiving, loyal beyond reason. But the truth hardened something inside her. Not into hatred, but into steel. She used to tremble at the thought of confrontation. Now she welcomes it. Because peace doesn't live in pretense, it lives in truth, and she is prepared to make that truth known. Blessing 711, may every truth-bearer be protected from the fallout of exposing hidden darkness. Archangel Michael says, she is not your enemy, but she is no longer your silence. She is a mirror now, reflecting what you gave and what you failed to protect. She has envisioned the fallout. The faces that will look at her in disbelief. The ones that will side with you. The ones that will thank her for revealing what was buried. She's made peace with it. Even as she laughs beside you, her soul has packed bags you cannot see. The goodbye may not be spoken, but it has already started. She's slipping, silently, preparing for the moment she no longer has to pretend. There are people already on her side. People who suspect. People who see how her smile doesn't meet her eyes anymore. The circle of silence is shrinking. Blessing 1444, for the ones who dared to protect others even when it hurt them first, may strength carry you through. Archangel Michael says, the wound that truth leaves is cleaner than the infection of lies. She's bleeding now, but she's healing too. And healing sometimes looks like walking away. You can sense it, somewhere deep. The air is different. The words are shorter. Her absence, even in her presence, is loud. And yet, you still choose silence. But she won't wait much longer. Her patience is not infinite. And when she moves, it will be like thunder after silence, loud, irreversible, undeniable. She gave you more chances than you deserved. She stayed longer than her spirit allowed. But now, she's learning to put herself first. She's learning that love without honesty is self-sabotage. Blessing 525, to those who must walk away from what they love, may your steps be strong and your path illuminated. The plan? It's not about revenge. It's about reclaiming power. She doesn't want to ruin you. She wants to rescue herself. And part of that rescue means telling the truth. To the right people. At the right time. In a way that frees her without destroying you, if you're lucky. She's documented things. Messages. Moments. Screenshots. Voice notes. Just in case. Because truth needs witnesses, and pain needs proof. Her next move might look calm. It might even look like forgiveness. But make no mistake, it will be strategic. It will be transformative. And it will be final. Blessing 3003, for every soul finding the courage to rise, speak, and rebuild, your time is near. She has learned that pretending is its own form of pain. She wants a clean soul, not a comfortable lie. And she is willing to burn bridges to reach that freedom. Archangel Michael says, her silence was the seed, but her next move will be the storm. She is no longer afraid of what happens next, only what happens if she stays quiet. And you? You still have a sliver of time. To speak. To own. To repair. But if you waste it, she will leave, and she won't look back. Because the woman who used to laugh with you is gone. The one standing now is wiser, braver, and carrying a truth that set her soul on fire. And she will not be quiet forever. Not anymore. Not now. Not after this. She's already written the words she might say when the moment comes. She's read them aloud to herself in the mirror, with a voice that doesn't shake anymore. What began as trembling now rings with certainty. She used to wonder if she should just bury the truth again, pretend she never found it. But that illusion cracks a little more each time she hears your voice and remembers the lie hiding beneath it. She's tried to carry the weight for both of you, but now it's too heavy. She laughs with you still, but that laughter is stitched with pain. Her smile is no longer a gift, it's a shield. And when she turns away, she exhales like someone holding in a scream. Blessing 818, for all those who hide pain behind a smile, may your day of truth come with dignity and peace. Archangel Michael says, she is walking the edge of revelation and retreat. Every breath she takes is one step closer to release. What you don't say is hurting her more than what you did. She's thought about confronting you in public, where you can't twist her words. She's imagined writing it all down in a letter and mailing it to someone who needs to see it. But most of all, she's imagined the day she walks away and doesn't turn back. She's become colder in small ways, less patient, less soft. That's not bitterness. That's self-preservation. Because when truth breaks you, you either shatter, or you become sharp enough to cut through lies. Now she carries herself differently. With caution. With armor. With the knowledge that something sacred was touched without consent. Blessing 999, to the wounded warriors who rise with grace instead of vengeance, your power is divine. You may look at her and see the same woman. But her silence is no longer rooted in fear. It's strategy. It's strength. It's a final test, to see what you'll do when you still have a chance. She's spoken to someone close to her, carefully. Not saying it all, but saying enough. That person is watching you now. Not out of suspicion, but out of concern. The circle is no longer just her and the secret. Now it includes others. And that means time is no longer your friend. Archangel Michael says, the truth you buried has already begun to surface in places you cannot reach. Her heart may be quiet, but it is not hidden anymore. There are eyes now, watching and waiting. Blessing 1111, for those unraveling quietly in the shadows, may your truth echo in the right ears and protect your soul. She's watching you interact with others, measuring your honesty in every glance, every hesitation. She's no longer looking for affection. She's looking for cracks. And you're giving her all the evidence she needs. Every deflection. Every casual lie. Every time you avoid her gaze when she asks something simple. It's confirmation, not confusion. She isn't who she was when she first trusted you. That girl is gone. And in her place stands a woman who knows what it means to rebuild from betrayal. She no longer hopes to be proven wrong. Now, she's preparing to be right, and to survive it. Blessing 434, for the ones no longer waiting for apologies, may peace find you anyway. Archangel Michael says, you may think you have time, but time is already shifting. What you thought would stay buried is closer to daylight than ever. There's a place she's chosen. A person she will speak to. A date circled in her mind. And on that day, her truth will be told, not as revenge, but as release. She will not explode. She will not scream. Her words will be calm, but final. Because her peace is more important than your comfort. You may try to deny it then. You may try to shift the blame. But it won't work. Because she's prepared the proof. She has her story straight. And she has witnesses now. Blessing 777, may those who expose darkness be protected by light. She gave you everything. Belief, love, loyalty. And in return, she was left to discover a truth you should have told her yourself. That wound is deep. But she's learning to walk with it. Your silence taught her what your words couldn't. Your avoidance spoke louder than any confession. And she has stopped waiting for the truth from your lips. Now she is writing her own version. A version not filtered through fear, but filtered through experience. Archangel Michael says, her heart will heal, but not in your hands. That chance was lost when you let her carry a secret that was never hers to hold. She may forgive you, but not today. She may heal, but not by staying. She may smile again, but it won't be beside you. Blessing 1555, for those who had to face hard truths alone, may a gentler truth rise from your pain. And the next time she laughs in front of you, it may be the last. Not out of bitterness, but out of finality. A goodbye wrapped in grace. Because the tears she cries behind closed doors are watering the seeds of her future. And that future will not include deception. She is rising. Quietly. Powerfully. Without need for applause or confrontation. Just rising. She has learned something most don't understand: truth is not always loud. Sometimes, it moves in whispers, in glances, in silence. And when her next move comes, it will not be violent. It will be freedom. She's already made peace with the consequences. Whether people believe her or not doesn't matter anymore. The truth has already set something free inside her that no one can take back. She isn't keeping score. She isn't plotting to see you fall. She simply wants distance from the version of her that trusted you blindly. The next move she's planning isn't about you. It's about reclaiming her own identity. The girl who once checked her phone hoping for your message is gone. Blessing 1313, for every soul who chooses peace over proving a point, may the universe reward your silent strength. Archangel Michael says, there's a quiet kind of justice coming your way. It won't be dramatic. It won't be announced. But you will feel it, in the absence of her warmth, her presence, her belief in you. One morning, you'll reach for her and realize she's already gone. You'll open your messages and see nothing new. You'll think of her and wonder how long it's been since she smiled genuinely in your presence. That moment will sting, not because she wanted to hurt you, but because you thought she never would leave. You mistook her silence for surrender. But she was never giving up. She was gathering herself. And now that she's whole again, she no longer fits the story you tried to keep her trapped in. Blessing 1441. May those who find their voice after silence speak with purpose and never look back. She's learned to walk away with elegance. No loud goodbyes, no final warnings, just the sound of shoes on pavement as she moves forward without looking over her shoulder. She once thought love meant holding on. Now she understands that real love is knowing when to let go. She's choosing herself now, and it's the most powerful move she'll ever make. People might ask you what happened. You may say she changed. But deep inside, you'll know she didn't change, she just finally saw clearly. You had time. You had chances. And you chose silence. You chose comfort over truth. Now, she's choosing light over your shadow. Archangel Michael says, some truths arrive as fire, but if embraced, they can purify instead of destroy. You still had time to bring healing. But now, the clock has stopped ticking. Blessing 1818, for every heart that walked away after giving everything, your strength will never go unnoticed by the divine. Her planning is done. The path is clear. Her heart is not filled with revenge, it's filled with release. She's breathing again. She's allowed herself to mourn what could have been. She's cried enough for both of you. And now? She's ready to rise. You may see her days from now, weeks, or even months, looking more alive than she did when she was with you. That glow won't be for someone new, it will be for herself. Because when she discovered the secret, it didn't destroy her. It awakened her. It forced her to see that the love she was giving away so freely deserved a safer home. And now she's building that home inside herself. Blessing 1777, for the ones who found healing not in apologies but in walking away, may your journey be protected forever. Archangel Michael says, when you laugh next to someone hiding their pain, be careful. That laughter might be the last echo of what was. And the silence that follows may be the beginning of your emptiness. Because she was your mirror, reflecting the best parts of you. And now that she's gone, all you'll see is your reflection in the dark. You'll replay your conversations, trying to find where it all shifted. You'll realize it was never just one moment, it was a series of missed chances. Ignored intuition. Dismissed emotions. You never thought she'd be the one to walk away. You thought the secret would stay buried. But now you're the one left behind. She isn't hiding anymore. She isn't waiting for you to make it right. She's dancing again, loving again, dreaming again, but this time, it's all without you. Blessing 1919, for those who turn pain into power, may the universe open every door you once thought was closed. And you? You will remember her. Every time someone smiles at you with that same softness. Every time you hear the song she once played on repeat. Every time silence lingers too long. You'll remember her laugh, and wonder if it was real the last time she gave it to you. You'll wonder how you missed the signs. But you didn't miss them. You ignored them. And now she's free. Unburdened. Stronger than ever. She used to cry behind closed doors. Now she opens those same doors wide, and lets the sun in. She's no longer mourning what was lost. She's celebrating what she found, herself. Blessing 2020, for all souls who found truth, even when it shattered their illusions, may your future reward you with beauty you never imagined. She will never need to expose you. Her peace will be enough punishment. Her joy, her glow, her strength, will be louder than any accusation ever could be. The next move she makes will not involve your name. It will involve her future. A clean chapter. A brighter story. And you will not be written in it.